Hello guys, today we will see the lesson A Gift of Chappals. In this chapter, a girl named Mridu went to her relative's house with Tapi, her grandmother. As Rukumani, the girl's aunt, opened the door, Ravi and Meena, her cousins, rushed out and brought Mridu inside. And then he took off her slippers and placed them neatly beside another pair of slippers. And however, before he could think and ask whom they belonged to, Ravi dragged her to the backyard to show her something secretive. Okay, so here Mridu is a young girl growing up in Madras, now called that is called Chennai. Um, with Tapi, her grandmother, and Tatha, her grandfather. One afternoon, Tapi takes her to her aunt Rukumani's house to meet her cousin Lalli, Ravi, and Meena. So let's see the lesson. A smiling Rukumani threw open the door. Ravi and Meena rushed out, and Ravi pulled Mridu into the house. Wait, let me take off my sleepers, protested Mridu. She set them out neatly near a pair of large black ones. Those were grey actually with dust, and you could see the clear mark of every toe on the front part of each slipper. The marks for the two big toes were long and scrawny. Here, protested means complain, and scrawny means very thin, skinny toes. So Rukumani happily opened the door and welcomed Mridu and Tapi inside. And Ravi and Meena rushed out, and Ravi pulled Mridu into the house as he wanted to show something to Mridu and didn't want to waste any time in doing so. Mridu protested that she wanted to Ravi to stop pulling so that she could take off her sleepers. Then Ravi stopped pulling her, and Mridu was able to take off her sleepers. Then she put them neatly near a pair of other chappals, which were large and black. And after looking closer, what she saw that they had become grey in color due to all the dust on it, and this meant that the owner of the pair of chappals didn't clean his chappals before wearing them. And she also noticed that the chappal were so dusty, and one could clearly see the mark of each toes on the front part of the chappals. And the marks of the two big toes were long and scrawny, meaning that we can say that two big toes of the owner of that pair were long and very thin. Mridu didn't have much time to wonder about those sleepers they were, because Ravi dragged her to the backyard behind a thick bitter berry bush. There, inside a torn football lined with sacking and filled with sand, lay a very small kitten lapping up milk from that coconut half shell. So here, backyard, what is the meaning of backyard? Backyard means the garden behind the house, and lapping is licking. Okay. So here Mridu couldn't get much time to think or even ask about who the owner of the sleeper was, as Ravi again began pulling her, and he dragged her to the backyard and took her behind a thick bitter berry bush. Over there, what is there? Lay a tiny kitten. She was inside a torn football lined with sacking and filled with sand. A half shell coconut lay beside a kitten. From it was lapping up milk. Okay, so we found him outside the gate this morning. He was mewing and mewing. Poor thing, said Meena. It's a secret. Amma says Pati will leave for our Padu Mama's house if she knows we have a cat. So Pati is a grandmother in Tamil. So here Meena explained that she and Ravi found the kitten outside the gate on that day's morning only, and she said that they felt sorry for the little kitten as she kept on mewing to gain their attention. And she also said that this was a secret, as their mother says that Their grandmother will leave the house if she knows that they have a cat. People are always telling us to be kind to animals, but when we are, they scream, "Oh, don't bring that dirty creature here," said Ravi. "Do you know how hard it is just to get a little milk from the kitchen?" Pati saw me with a glass in my hand just now. I told her I'm very hungry, I want to drink it, but the way she looked at me, I had to drink most of it to throw her off the scent. And then she wanted the tumbler back. Pati, I will wash it myself. Why should I put you to trouble? I told her. I had to run and pour milk into this coconut shell and then run back and wash the tumbler and put it back before she got really suspicious. Now we have to think of some other way to feed Mahendran. So here the creature means living being. Throw her off the scent means mislead her that she won't understand the real purpose. And a glass which has no handles, that is called tumbler. And feed is to give food to. So here um, who is that? Mahendran means here a kitten. After Meena finished, Ravi started complaining about how unfair elders are, and he said that people were always teaching kids to be kind to animals, and when they scream and order them not to bring the animal near them, and even describe the animal as a dirty creature. So he then explained how hard it was for him to get just a little milk from the kitchen, and his grandmother saw him with a glass in his hand, and to mislead her, he lied and pretended that he was hungry and wanted to drink it. And however, the way she looked at him confirmed that she didn't believe a single word of his, and then to make her less suspicious, he had to drink the most of it. And when she asked for the tumbler, he said that he would wash it by himself and she shouldn't go to such trouble just to clean a tumbler. And he also assured that he would clean it himself, and he had to run and pour the rest of the milk into the coconut shell, and then he had to run back to the kitchen before Pati could come and see him. Then he said that they had to figure out some other way to give food to the kitten. So Mahendran, this little kitten name is Mahendran. So he just named the kitten Mahendran. Mridu was impressed. It was a real name, not just a cute kitty cat name. So impressed means felt or showed admiration, and Mridu couldn't believe that the cute kitten had such a strong name. She was impressed it was real name, and it wasn't a cute name which people usually give to their pets. Actually, his full name is Mahendra Verma Pallava Punai. MP Punai for short, if you like. He has a fine breed of cat. Just look at his fur like a lion's mane, and you know what an emblem of the ancient Pallava king was, don't you? He looked expectantly at Mridu. So, and then Mridu giggled. And here fine means excellent or rare, ancient is old, and expectantly means confidently or with an expected look. Giggled means laugh lightly and repeated in a silly way. So here Ravi said that the kitten's full name was actually Mahendra Verma Pallava Punai, and in short we can say that it was MP Punai. And he said he then told Mridu that Mahendran was a fine breed of cat and his fur was like a lion's mane, and he said that the girl knew that the emblem of the ancient Pallava king was a king, and meaning that Mahendran was of the same breed. And he then looked confidently at Mridu and expected her to believe him, and then but she giggled at instead. So think I'm joking. Well, just wait, I will show you sometime. It's clear you don't know a thing about history. Haven't been to Mahabalipuram, have you? He said mysteriously. Well, When our class went to Mahabalipuram, I saw a statue of his tathas, etc., etc., etc. Fact in Mahendran, here is descendant from that very same ancient cat, a close relative, scientifically speaking, of none other than the lion, the Pallava lion, emblem of the Pallava dynasty. Ravi went on, walking around the bitterberry bush, waving a twig up and down, his eyes sparkling. The cat is a